Woo!
Hey,
We're live.
It's
we
happening.
really are.
Yeah.
It can happen.
It can happen. Oh, perfect. It finally happened. I told you it could happen.
Oh. So why don't we illuminate the audience on what just happened?
So we were gonna go to YouTube because Facebook wasn't working, and then at the last second, Aaron refreshed Facebook and it worked. So he's on it.
It was beyond our controls.
Beyond our control.
It was more divine inspiration that came.
That's right.
That channeled wonders for our channel.
Let's switch to Matt.
All right. So we're going to do movies that are totally relevant for the modern day, right? Yeah. Two baseball movies because it's baseball season.
Yeah, it's
right?
in the heat
It's
of things.
kind of
August. It kind of takes place when
That's right.
one of the
Summer.
movies starts.
Wait,
Yeah.
in light of us fixing everything, me fixing everything, can you introduce me again,
Aaron.
please? Okay.
So
I fixed it. It was me.
So we're gonna do obviously we're gonna do another showdown episode, and I think we've got some all established disagreement, but we're gonna get into it. We're gonna compare two movies from 1993 and 1994.
They were very
Two
close.
kids baseball movies,
They shared a lot of actors.
Angels in the Outfield and Rookie of the Year. And you brought up, Ben, on the walk over here how there were several baseball kids movies right in this time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there was.
In addition to these two.
There's a Sandlot.
Sandlot, yep.
That's like the major one. And then there was another one that was similar to Rookie of the Year in terms of dealing with a little kid in the major leagues, Little Big League.
Oh,
which
yeah.
I don't remember it very well, clearly, but it was about a kid who inherits a Major League Baseball team as an owner, which is probably more plausible.
That's an amazing idea.
It's a more plausible and reasonable
It's like Richie
storyline.
Rich plays baseball.
Yeah,
Rich.
yeah. There you go.
Major League Richie Rich. But to get us into the mood, let's get settled into the early 90s, right?
Let's unpack this.
Oh, that's right.
We need to recalibrate for this time period. And I understand, Aaron, you've got something to get us in that place, right?
What happened was I accidentally stumbled on an old clip that somebody edited down of a TV show I used to watch when I was really young. Like, this is before I could probably talk. And they took a 23-minute episode, made it like a 2-minute clip, and it's funny. So I'm going to cue that up.
Let's watch.
All right. Here we go.
Oh, well, now. I remember this.
Oh, hi. Hi, this is Rory.
I remember this guy.
He's my friend. You're my friend, too. I hope.
Ben's
I messed up again. This is so frustrating.
Hey, what you been into today?
Well, I've just been in my room so far today.
I got a great big package delivered to you.
What do you do with the pogo stick?
You hop on it.
Is it fun to hop? Oh, well, you must mean like this. Oh!
It's not as easy as it looks, is it? But I'm sure in no time you'll hop till you want to stop.
Oh! I'll never learn how to hop.
You're a pogo, Captain Towel.
My pogo? Why hop when I can fly?
People have always wanted to fly. They tried to build a plane that would fly. Some planes crashed. Some planes could only jump up and down. And some planes never got off the ground.
Hop! Hop! Oh! Hop! 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 Oh! I fell again! This is really getting redundant! 3! Ow!
I wanted to swear.
Ow! Ow! Man! Look!
Are you all right, Gerbert? I remember I got so mad I wanted to quit.
Eating Gerbert's grapes.
Did you quit? Oh, I don't care if I ever learn how
Well, that
So-
makes sense. Yeah.
So I just want to let you guys know. Based on Brandon's feedback, he was watching. There was no audio coming through for that.
Excuse me?
So,
Oh no!
Excuse me?
yeah, we'll add that in for the for the remainder. But like
Yeah.
from the stream part, everybody just got to enjoy us laughing hysterically over.
Oh,
There was
man,
no-
you guys missed
Puppets
that.
There was
and
no
humps
sound
and
of the
stuff.
video?
No, I guess like it did. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But
Oh,
the
that was the-
'90s
that was
was
the
a
best-
magical time. Is where
Basically, the guy little Gerber couldn't know how to hop.
he didn't
Anyways.
know how to hump,
did it-
and that's all you need to know
How
about
did
the
that
90s.
not work?
So,
All right,
Yeah.
it's okay.
so
I'm
we're gonna
mad.
do the Angels in the Outfield versus Rookie of the Year, both 1993, 1994. Kids playing baseball, and we're gonna go through 5 paces, and then we're gonna choose who wins. Right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Let the big dog eat!
Who knows if they can hear this music?
That's enough.
That'll do. Pip.
Boom.
That'll do.
Showdown.
The showdown.
All right, let's do number 1.
Number one.
Best far-fetched idea. So, I'm gonna let you guys start with this because my do you want me to like kind of condense them down what the ideas are?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
So Rookie of the Angels in the Outfield is basically a little kid, and he's so wholesome and so innocent, and he just wants and prays to have a family again. That angels come and help literal angels come to help the baseball team, the California Angels, win the pennant, so that he can hopefully get his family back. Right?
Yes.
And then Rookie of the Year is the story of a horny 12-year-old who wants to impress a little girl, and he slips on a baseball and breaks his arm, which makes him a Major League Baseball pitcher.
Kind of like a superhero story.
Cinderella story.
That's a
It's true.
story.
Cinderella story, but that was superpower.
Yeah. So he becomes a Major League pitcher for the Cubs and helps them
As a
also
closer.
win the pennant.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I think
break it down.
I actually chose Rookie of the Year. I think that is the best far-fetched idea because it's pretty funny.
What do you mean?
Well, it's pretty funny.
Funny isn't the word I would have chosen.
It's pretty
but
creative.
Explain.
It's creative. It's a
Okay.
funny, creative thing. However, one of the major reasons, and I found out this actually this week, and I never known this. I did not know this before. I didn't hit her. That Angels in the Outfield is actually a remake.
I did. I saw
There's
that.
a 1950s
researching it.
film
Yeah.
called Angels in the Outfield, which I've never seen. It's about this is before the Angels actually existed, the baseball team and Angels that is in period. But it's about a manager thinking that there's angels on the field helping him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ben
So
bringing
it's
the
not an
knowledge.
original idea.
Dropping it. So,
So,
it's unoriginal. Is
It's
what
not
you're saying.
original,
So
but
disqualified.
taking that aside, I actually think Rookie of the Year is a more interesting idea.
Aaron,
than
what
Angels.
about you?
Well, I'm
With a
gonna have to side
mouthful of
with Ben on this
sunflower
one.
seeds.
It's I haven't Angels in the Outfield is fine, but there's all these little things in there that made me mad
Like what?
because the Angels are helping the kid and have his baseball team win to get something that's not going to happen, and instead of helping other people in the world who have actual problems,
Mm-hmm.
he's going to help a baseball team win.
It's true. It
And-
really gives credence to the idea that God supports certain sports teams.
Well, not just that,
whoa.
but also God supports cheating.
Yeah, they cheated the whole way through the movie.
whole way.
Yeah.
That's my thing. It's like, oh, it's okay. Well,
Well, but also
you
it's
didn't
like-
win on your own merits.
But it's also like I don't know. The one thing I would call out that hurts Angels in the Outfield's case is that, like the rules of it, they set up that there are these strict rules, but none of them matter really. And
They're
then
just
there's
there
also
so you can't have what you want.
yeah, and then there's also one where it's like, obviously we can't help them win a championship.
We're shy.
We can't do that.
Championships must be won on their own.
Yeah, that's which is a great idea. That was a great Christopher
That's the
Lloyd.
first time I ever did it.
Yeah, but like
We come and go whenever we please. I am the page master.
But like, if you're helping this little kid with his wish to help, I wish that the angels will help us win the pennant.
Because I misunderstood my dad's metaphor.
Yeah. But my dad's sarcasm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When the angels win the pennant, I'll be a good dad to you. But
Which is never. I'm a ride my back away.
do you think he's like, the whole time during the course of this movie, he's like, I would love to get like quick shots of his dad like biting his nails watching the angels win. Like,
Please don't let him win.
I'm going to have to.
Gonna have to explain this one. Damn it.
Yeah, I don't know. If the rules part was clearer, I feel like I would have
Like what
liked it a
rules?
little.
What rules?
Well, like, he flies down and is like, you can't tell anyone. That's my Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah,
you can't tell anyone about
I've
us.
already told the head honcho.
Yeah, but it's like, you already told people, but that's okay, I guess. But don't tell anyone else.
Marty.
Yeah, and like that was very.
It's about your kids, Marty.
Eddie Valiant. There's all the Christopher
About
Lloyd
your
impressions.
kids.
Bad guy from Home Alone.
They want to win the pennant.
Bad guy from Dennis the Menace.
Yeah. There felt like there was a as crazy as it was, there was like a weird realism to the Rookie of the Year
Yeah, it
craziness
wasn't
that
completely
like, he broke
far-fetched.
his arm
It was
and
just
it like
out
kind
there.
of gave him a superpower.
And
or
that's why
something.
I think it's a better
There was no
idea.
supernatural going on in
And
there.
yeah, and there wasn't any cheating involved.
Just
like
some
the
funky
cheating
butt
bothered
loving.
me. As a kid, it didn't bother me, but as an adult, it's like it's cheating.
Yeah, that's
Just
cheating.
without the angels, they couldn't have done anything.
No.
So we really should get into a discussion of whether the New England Patriots are utilizing angels to help them win all these. No, we're absolutely not going into that.
No, they're utilizing devils.
But I did like. I guess the one good thing about the angel side of it was that they made it. They made it about if you keep your nose clean and your heart open, and like you have to win it on your own in the end. Like they didn't go so far as to be like, we're just gonna cheat for you the entire time with no repercussions.
I'm gonna say my
They
comments,
made everybody like kind of like quit swearing in the dugout. Like that.
keep the profanity down.
Yeah, like they added
I mean it.
some of that stuff where everybody has to become a little bit better of a person, and then the angels are going to help them more.
Yeah.
And
It boiled down to them needing a taste of success so they could want to do it for themselves.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I guess that works.
But it was still not as good as Rookie of
Right.
the Year.
Was that the shortest first point that we've done?
Hold on, let's see. Yeah, there really isn't. Like, as far-fetched as the idea was, it didn't really like. He can throw 100 miles an hour. It wasn't that complicated. I guess the only negative was that just being able to throw really fast doesn't mean you can throw it straight.
Yeah, but he was already established as having played.
That's true. Like they did set him up that he played baseball.
He struggled with it to begin with.
That's true, and which I would give
No,
bonus
don't you
points for
remember
that.
in the beginning when he's doing the
That
laundry?
they showed him struggling.
In the beginning when he does the laundry, he throws that thing into the laundry machine, and it goes straight in the hole. It was a small hole. It was a good pitch.
And that
good pitch.
shithole.
Yeah. He clearly had skills prior to having his arm screwed up.
I did think the folk or the moment that led to it, the whole movie proceeding, and also the moment that it hinged back at the end where he slips on a baseball both times. Like, okay,
I pitched
Like-
that for first or worst far-fetched idea.
yeah, like that was kind of all right. Really, you're gonna slip on a ball
It had to happen
twice,
somehow.
and you're gonna break your arm back, reverse it.
No, it just- it
exactly
loosened
for
the
same.
But this time he didn't break his arm. It just put it back to place.
That's true.
So,
He
like,
didn't even break it.
It wasn't even the same consequences.
No. And the reason for him even getting his superpower was because he wanted to impress a girl.
Could we talk
which
about that
is-
scene? Because he comes. Yeah, you're right. Impress a girl. Yes. Can you talk about that scene where he runs out? Okay, so he runs out to the thing. They realize
At the end?
at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do anymore. You know what the manager would have done?
Take him out!
Take him out.
Jesus!
All right.
He sucks! Take him out! God!
Like,
He's
you're not
out of
stuck-
his depth.
You're not
Bench him.
stuck on there.
No, you don't. He's not just. Yeah. Look, I wish you could zoom in, but I have circled. Take him out!
Yeah. Easy. Oh, you walked him. Take him out.
Take him out, yeah.
Hey,
like,
Matt,
all he has
Matt.
to say is, I don't have it.
I'm on this.
If you-
Boom, 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 boom. Oh! Take him out.
Take him out.
If he told the other guys there, they would like, yeah, we're not gonna do what you.
No.
They're not gonna want it. Hey, manager.
So
Which
Go
the
ahead.
manager reminded me of Sidney Poitier.
Yeah, a little bit.
Did he not? Thank you.
That can't pronounce his lines right.
Yeah.
Like, he just keeps messing up his name.
Rosenbacher Bacher.
So that's a good lead-in, actually, to, I think, even though it was a bad sort of big concept for the movie, and, like, you know, it's a goofy kids movie.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
But, like, go to number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Exhibit A, Exhibit B.
I think that moment led into one of the strengths of Rookie of the Year is that the kids in it, like the childhood enthusiasm and stuff really played through the entire time. Like he was like doing chatter from the sideline and like taunting the players, and then he got like that last scene when he lost his pitching speed. He's like,
So you would say Rookie of the Year has his best kids?
absolutely. I've got a lot of evidence. This is my strongest point. You want to get into it? You gonna hunker down?
All right, the gloves are off.
So
We're going
before
to
we
do some
before we
fisting
get into
champions.
it, Aaron, where do you align with your favorite between the Joseph Gordon-Levitt and JP versus Henry and his, I guess, couple friends from Rookie of the Year?
It's tough. I'm actually on the fence about this, and so I want to hear your opinions first.
Oh, so you're one of those, eh?
I don't normally do that.
Were you the Italians in the war and switch sides at the end there?
You're the Italian.
I know.
Wait a minute.
So you go first.
No, I want to
Give-
hear.
give Give the pitch for Angels in the Outfield. Why
All right.
they're so great.
I think Angels in the Outfield has better kids. I think
Okay.
you're right about Rookie of the Year having kids that showing those moments. Now these kids were good. They the scenes they had felt like kids. They felt like kids in Rookie of the Year. They felt doing little kids things. But I think in terms of story, in terms of performances, in terms of characters, I think Rookie of the Year Kids is way down on the list of caring about the characters, having depth to the characters compared to Angels in the Outfield, and that's why I have Angels in the Outfield as better kids, because they created such these backstories to all these kids. Even JP, who has a little backstory about his mom living in cars, that little moment.
And he doesn't like to be in cars.
Yeah, that little
was a good
moment that they
touch.
had was
Yep.
just like,
And then they proceed to show him in cars.
well,
like almost immediately after that.
no, they showed him in vans.
No, he doesn't like being in cars, but he's totally cool being in a bus.
which is funny. I think it's funny.
It's quirky.
I think it's funny.
Kids
I
do
think
stuff
all right,
like
all
that.
right, I think it's cute.
Yeah.
But that little kid, in the way that the director filmed it, the way that the script was written, they developed those kids better. There's a lot of awkward moments in Rookie of the Year with the kids' exchanges and stuff that didn't have a sense of fluidity compared to Angels in the Outfield, I thought, with the kids. Now, they didn't waste time of scenes in Angels in the Outfield with the kids. They gave us enough stuff. I think Rookie of the Year, like any other funny movie, even a movie that's considered really funny in Caddyshack, has a lot of moments of like, that's really not necessary. That's funny, but it's just there. It's just their
I see your
theme.
point.
Whereas the depth of Joseph Gordon-Levitt's character shined in that. He was a far superior actor than that other kid in Rookie of the Year. Obviously, because he's
a great actor.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, there's
And
sunflower
you
seeds
can,
are
you can
good.
see that in it. So I think the characters, as for the little kids, were better. Now there weren't as many of them, but
They did have that fun scene with the kids playing baseball with the coach,
that was
and then
fun.
Run home.
Run home.
Yeah,
That was
that's great.
cute.
That was great.
That was
Yep.
cute. And the little kid, Babe Ruth, but
And honestly, just the line "it could happen." That's an amazing
and that kid did
thread
it,
through it.
And that kid is
it's really
JP
good.
is the cutest little kid.
Perfect.
So cute.
I agree with you.
He was precious. And even like the kid, the Miguel or whatever the hell his name is, who gets
Miguel. Yeah, yeah.
who
that gets adopted.
and like his emotion of
Yeah.
like him leaving. That was really good. It tugged on my emotional heartstrings.
It felt genuine.
And it felt genuine and gave them depth. And that's why I think the kids.
You like the depth of it.
I do. I like the depth of it.
I think, okay, I can see
That's
that.
my argument. And that's my
Matt,
story. I'm
go.
sticking to
So,
it.
as an adult, I loved how ridiculous they wrote the characters in Rookie of the little kids.
Me
now, but they had enough of the like childhood and like I said earlier, like the him fantasizing of being a major league pitcher in the laundry room. Him like them, like I felt like the boat stuff was kind of contrived, but like that's also a little thing like little kids would do. They would go and gather random crap and make a boat because they think they can. I also liked that they felt like not typical 90s kids, and to that I mean like where like they're obviously in like the 90s frame of like the early 90s time
90s
frame
clothing,
but like not everybody is so like wholesome, like like we're gonna never make mistakes and we're little kids and maybe we'll get into we'll climb a tree or something, but like the ones in this are like talking about like their classmate having like they're 12.
Yeah,
they're talking about their classmate. Like how old do you think Joseph Gordon-Levitt's? He was probably 12, right? And like obviously he's in a different situation, but I liked that they made it seem like they're real kids having
Actual conversations?
well, it's like just the fact that they like this, maybe it's uncomfortable, but like the fact that they had sort of like sexuality in the movie.
Well, I get
the fact that they were attracted to the girls, that's fine.
And you know why
but then
though?
they play it through to like him like feeling like his dick's small when he's looking at the other guys in the locker room. And
but you know why they have that? Because it wasn't a Disney film.
Sure.
And I think Disney will limit what you can do in a Disney movie.
Yeah, and so I'm giving it bonus points for like as an adult I can appreciate that they took risks kind of like that. And I also like the lines of I think the funniest line in the movie was when his friends are wishing him to go off on the road trip. And he's like, all right, see ya. And they're like, goodbye. And then the mom's with him in the airport. And he's like, yeah, let's go on a 10-day road trip. And his little friend goes, his name's Roger, goes, all right, let's go back to our dull lives and search for meaning. Cut.
Yeah. That was funny. That was funny.
What?
I thought that was hilarious.
It's amazing.
There's some zingers in there.
Yeah, and I don't know. The kids, like, if they had turned down the squeaky puberty voice, like, just a notch.
Oh, it was bad sometimes.
It would be infinitely better.
So I agree with you, Matt.
And the last point, the fact that he goes off to be this superstar player and celebrity almost, and they work in that their friends back at home that want to build a boat and went to school with, and they set that up earlier in the movie. They miss him and want him to be back and want him to be with them again, and then he comes back to them. Like I liked that kind of return.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
But I think there's not a lot of depth. I didn't really care about those characters too much.
Well, Aaron, where do you fall?
That's my story.
I'm gonna do the tiebreaker here. All right. As much as I agree with Matt, I'm not going to. Okay, sorry.
Be like, tear me down if you have to.
You think I'm lying?
No.
I agree with Ben that while the kids were really good in Rookie of the Year, I didn't care about any of them except the main character.
And I barely cared about him.
Whereas in Angels in the Outfield, I cared about all the younger kid characters. It was just a question of depth for me too.
And that's probably not the kids' performances too. It's just the way the story is written.
Maybe not. But on this point, I give it to Angels in the Outfield.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I think we'll bring up some more of this. Let's go on to number 2.
You mean number
or 3? Sorry.
Best supporting cast.
So the rest of the adult characters, I guess.
All right. I'll go since you were long-winded there. No, I'm just kidding. I was long-winded too.
Windbag.
All right, I'm gonna preface by this: Angels in the Outfield or Rookie of the Year had some really great comedic supporting cast.
Absolutely, yeah.
It had what's his name? Like the one thing I noticed, I think you love it, is from Cheers. what's her name's ex-husband, Loretta.
yeah. The guy whose name I can never remember.
Yeah, yeah. He plays the inheritance of.
Yeah, he's always funny.
Yeah,
the manager. You mean in Rookie of the Year?
No, he played the who was going to own the team.
Oh,
Yeah.
the younger
yeah
mafia guy.
Yeah, he's in a lot of stuff. He's funny.
Yeah.
John Candy, who's actually uncredited in this movie.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I think he didn't really care.
Wow.
John Candy, who I love,
Mhm.
and
How could you not?
The manager was good.
Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier 2.0. Actually,
Garden hoser.
yeah. And it had Nick Nolte in it, and Nick Nolte was great.
No. Nick Nolte was so good.
He was great. I mean, Gary Busey. I didn't,
Yeah.
because we get them confused.
Do you?
Busey playing the most
Lovable.
toned back
Yeah,
Busey we've ever
yeah.
seen. It's like the mustache,
It felt the same
And-
for me in both movies with Glover and Busey.
yeah.
Daniel Stern.
The great
I-
Daniel Stern.
Loved.
Now
Daniel
you didn't know
Stern.
that he directed this movie. This is
No,
the
I
only movie he
didn't.
directed. So let me make a little movie connection for you between Angels in the Outfield.
I think I might already know this one.
And
Rookie
Rookie
of
of
the
the Year. Excuse me. Here's the Home Alone connection to it.
Mhm.
In in Rookie of the Year, you have Daniel Stern, who plays Harry.
Marv.
Marv. Yeah. You're afraid of the dark too, Marv. It has the I wrote this down.
I should have
Eddie
learned to read.
Brecken, who's Bob Carson, the guy who owns it, the old man who owns it. He's in Home Alone 2. He's Mr. Duncan's toys.
Turtle doves.
Yeah, 2 turtle doves. John Candy, who's in Home Alone 1.
Yeah.
He's like Sheboygan. We're going to go Sheboygan
Yeah, Sheboygan.
in the car with what's your name? Angels in the Outfield has I believe one.
The lady.
Maggie, who plays the bird lady in Home Alone 2.
And then
Okay.
both of these movies have is the stepdad character the same guy in
I thought that too. It's not.
It's
though.
not?
It's not.
the
stepdad
the
and the-
resemblance is uncanny.
The announcer.
yeah.
Yeah. No,
No,
they're
it's-
not.
it's
I
not.
thought so too.
But he's great. Though.
I looked it up.
I'm
It's not-
Ranch Wild.
Yeah. Ranch.
Okay, so now I said that I said my piece. I'm gonna have to say Angels in the Outfield has the better supporting cast, and here's why.
Well,
here's
you
why.
You didn't even talk about many other
Oh,
than
no.
Maggie.
No,
Yeah.
I'm getting into it now.
Okay,
See,
all
I,
right.
I was gonna say I was going to my
Break
rookie of the
down.
year.
Yeah.
He's
All
getting
right.
into it.
One, it has some really fantastic actors that are not famous yet.
Yeah.
But are they? Do they? Oh, go ahead.
Do they steal
you,
the show?
You say 'em, and
All right,
I'll
so
push back a little.
First,
bit on
we got
that
the
point.
obvious one, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, who's a little kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a little boy. He's
the
going to
main
be
character.
famous.
Good actor even then.
Very good actor. And then, yeah, you have Tony Danza, and he was good. Tony Danza was good. He played
good.
played a realistic baseball player.
Don't smoke.
Yeah, don't smoke. Smoke. Tony Danza, who he looks, he kind of reminds me of Adam Vinatieri a little bit.
Just he
You had,
just looked like the saddest motherfucker.
I think Danny-
ever in this movie.
He was a sad
Well,
sack, all right.
Danny Glover's not a supporting character. I would argue he was the main actor, but I think Danny Glover was awesome in this
Oh,
movie.
yeah.
He played a manager perfectly. Like he played. He has so much depth. He had, he's like I was gonna have him as my X Factor, but there's another X Factor I have. He sold the movie. Like he is such a good actor. This is one of his best performances ever.
don't
Yeah,
think
maybe
so.
he did sell the movie for me too.
He was over. I don't know. Danny. he
Have you
was
ever seen
good.
Real Managers? Have you ever seen Real Managers go crazy?
Yes, I.
But he had an arc. He had a
I'm wearing Cardinal stuff
Okay, yeah,
intentionally
yeah,
to troll
yeah.
the
LaRusso.
I
the
bought
craziest.
this shirt.
So you had Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah. Oh, he killed it. Christopher Lloyd.
He was great.
Yeah, he was.
Just
great.
call me out.
He was barely in it though.
He was.
It's like 3 scenes.
He was, and like he
Four.
cheated. But there are 2 other actors.
Maggie was great.
Maggie
I will
was-
say
oh,
Maggie. But
she's-
just before we keep going, but go.
Maggie was wonderful. JP was great.
Yes,
he was
he was.
so
JP was
freaking
good.
cute. Ranch Wilder was
Ranch was
unbelievable, and like the other guy, like I love. Like first of all, that doesn't exist. the little switch back and forth of like who can have the microphone.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it does, but they probably both been the same.
That was
guy.
funny.
But they played that kid like they had little sub stories that kind of had like arcs.
Yeah.
Even the owner was realistic. I liked the owner. He was some oil tycoon or something.
That the owner was good. The fake the one that was like, yeah, show him to the Yankees. Like he sucked.
No, but I'm talking
He's
about
like a little kid villain.
I'm talking about the owner from
I
Angels in
know.
the Outfield.
Yeah, I know. No, that's what I'm saying. Oh no, that's Rookie of the Year. Sorry.
Yeah. No,
Getting our wires
The other,
crossed.
the one with the cowboy hat.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
think a lot of the supporting stuff felt realistic.
You didn't even mention David, who's my favorite. David, the guy who's the assistant,
I'm getting
the
there.
whole movie.
Yeah, he was
my
funny.
favorite.
He was
I
so
should have
dry.
saved this for later. He was my
David,
X Factor.
but here, but also there's two other actors that you don't even know who was in this movie that are really famous now. You had Adrian Brody, who was
Who was he?
he was the guy like,
was one
Emily,
of
if
the
I met
players.
y'all,
Yeah.
you can't hit the top broadside of the barn.
He's almost
The
unrecognizable. in
first
this movie.
pinch hitter?
Yes,
That was him?
that was Adrian Brody.
No way.
It sure
Way.
was. No, I've double checked it,
Ben
triple
is
checked it.
absolutely
Wow.
right.
And the famous scene in the movie that you see in the previews of the angel jumping, like flying like this, and he makes the catch, and the angels
Yeah.
pick him up. Matthew McConaughey. All right. So that
I
I
wouldn't
believe
give it- I don't
has
give-
a better supporting cast.
But you don't.
than
It
Rookie
doesn't
of the
get
Year.
credit. Just
Boom.
it doesn't get credit.
No, but they're
just
believable.
Ben?
Even the fat guy was good. Like the catcher.
I think what he's trying to say, Ben, is that they don't get credit just for being there.
No,
Just for being like a famous name later. Their
No.
roles in the movie, like Matthew McConaughey's nothing special in the movie.
but
like
no,
he didn't do anything.
No, but every character, like even like the stupid pitcher was funny. Like
Yeah, he actually was.
Oh, yeah.
he was funny. Like everybody had
they had good characters.
they stand out.
It's fine.
And Rookie of the Year, other than Gary Busey and Sidney Poitier, and what's his name, the pitching coach
Daniel Stern.
Daniel Stern.
Yeah.
The only other player that stood out was the janitor from Scrubs.
Yeah.
That was it.
So what? No, it stood out.
That was it.
Stood out by being a famous name, or stood out in the movie? Because that's
Are we talking
No,
quality
stood out
over
in the movie.
quantity,
In the movie, as a character. As a character.
I
That is a character, and I do give Rookie of the Year the bad guy baseball player for the.
yes, perfect.
He was funny.
From Bloodsport, was it?
Yeah, he was funny. He's in a lot of other stuff, but Angels in the Outfield. I went too long on that, but Angels in the Outfield is better supporting cast.
Okay.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go for it.
I'm gonna give this one to Rookie of the Year.
I'm with you too.
Don't spoil it. Gosh.
Well, why, Aaron? Why?
Quality over quantity.
Yes, exactly.
oh.
That's exactly what to say. Yep. Go ahead.
Daniel Stern absolutely steals the show, as does parts of Gary Busey. I mean, where he's completely almost, like, from what I've understood of his acting, he's completely out of his element, and it kind of felt nice.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, I really enjoyed the kid because he's like stupid. Ben, are you?
He's
You having a tough time
scowling
over there?
Here.
No,
He's just
I got.
scowling.
I have a rebuttal
Anger.
later. Go ahead, you go.
I'll rebut your butt.
Keep going. This is good TV.
I mostly it's 80% Daniel Stern for me.
I wholeheartedly agree. I feel like quantity over quality is the perfect way to do it, because I feel like in Angels in the Outfield, it's a movie about kids. It's a movie about a kid coming up with a wish and it coming true. No? You're shaking your head?
It's more than that, and I'll tell you why.
It's all about a foster kid like trying to find a family, and he wishes he could have a family.
There's
and
also other character story arcs too.
yeah, but what I'm saying is, what I dislike, I guess personally, is that movie put Danny Glover as sort of the main character in the movie, who's like, oh, blah, 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 I'm an asshole, and I wish we would win. And then once they start winning, oh, I'm happy now because we're winning.
Well, it's not that. No, that's not true at all. And I'm gonna rebuttal this. What can I rebut that claim? Sure. It's not, because he's not happy because they're winning. He's happy because he's fine. Like they put baseball as the backdrop of
He's finding
the better
himself.
story. But it's not about them winning that makes him happy. It's about
what makes him happy?
What makes him happy is being with these kids. like learning to love these kids, finding
learning
himself.
to
What
cooperate with his-
evidence though? There's one after they start winning. He's like the only reason he has them around is because we started winning. You're the good luck charm.
That's the first reason.
Right. And
then,
let me go through it. And then after a while, like, okay, we're winning. I'm feeling happier. And they show the scenes of them like, oh, we're winning. Wow. And then like, play ball. And they do the scene with them playing baseball with the little kids. And then what evidence from there to the end it shows that he cares about the kids other than winning?
The scene where JP is crying, and he goes, "It's okay. It's only a game. It's only a game." It shows he's evolved as a character because he's really caring about JP. It's not your fault.
What interaction though? He just gets softened by that. Like what?
Because I think just as a subtle character piece, a subtle character
I would have to
evolution.
agree with Ben on this point.
I mean, I thought his arc as a character was not good. I didn't.
I thought it was
Glover's
a beautiful
good.
arc.
It was a good arc, but
I thought
it was done too quickly and ham-fisted.
Yeah, I just didn't feel.
But I thought he had a good arc and it's believable to me. He's a good actor.
I didn't think it was believable at all.
With
That
a
he
little
would just
tweaking,
believe
it
in
could have been
angels
more believable.
immediately, and then
Yeah, that was a little bit of a stretch,
Go
but
along
I
with
agree
it.
with Ben that it was that.
But
I still gives Best Supporting Cast to Rookie of the Year.
To the point is like we started like following Danny Glover over the kids. I felt like.
Well, I
And
think
know they're kind of linked, but then in addition to that, they have like 10 different players that they give like little lines and personalities,
which is
to.
nice though. I think.
But like it
It's- I mean,
overshadows. It's too cluttered. Of like
No.
you have the one goofball guy who's so goofy, just so derp, and like the ball hits him in the head, and then but he's.
You don't like goofiness, do you?
Well, I'm about to
Large.
go on and on about how much I love Daniel Stern. So yeah,
That's true.
Daniel Stern was amazing.
I love you.
Oh boy.
But yeah, I liked that Gary Busey was restrained, both his character and the actor.
There's one funny part I did like when Sidney Poitier, this is gonna call him Sidney Poitier, goes, I'm gonna kill him. No. Give him a chance. And like,
I'm gonna kill him.
There was funny cartoon moments in Rookie of the Year. I'm not disputing that.
Yeah.
But I think in depth of character, I think there's more depth to all the supporting characters.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't like the
They had their
owner.
own
I didn't
story.
like the slimy owner in Rookie of the Year. I thought he was that like little kids movie villain kind of thing.
Loretta.
But like the stepdad was like, or step boyfriend, the
Yeah.
boyfriend. I
That
thought
guy.
He was kind of
The mom was terrible.
what?
The mom was terrible.
I liked the mom.
Nope, I did not like her.
I liked the shot of her in the flower shop, like,
Yelling at the
"Hey,
TV.
can I
yeah.
get my stuff?" Shut up.
He's like, oh, you got some radio tubes? That was for you.
So talk about Daniel Stern for me.
Daniel Stern killed it.
He was funny, but he didn't
in
make
every single scene.
Oh boy.
Even the cuts of
I've
him.
reached the top.
Even the. Excuse me, ladies.
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Oh,
It's all free.
It's all free. That was fun.
The thing about like doing for recovery, the 3 R's to winning.
yeah.
Shoot, I got it. Readiness,
Consistent.
recuperation, and conditioning.
Yeah.
I melt the ice. I heat the ice cubes.
Hot ice.
Hot ice. He choked on the sunflower seeds. Like he was Daniel Stern mid '90s form. I mean, it was.
He was
As a
perfect.
little kid who loved Home Alone, I loved it. And he directed it, and that's the only cinematic movie he's ever directed.
Matt, can I do you a favor?
Yeah.
I have a little clip here I want to play.
All right. Roll
Did you know that Daniel Stern has a YouTube channel?
What? What?
And every once in a while he does a Brickma video. So
Yes.
I think this is from last year. So let me see if I can get this queued up. Hopefully the audio works.
Wow.
Hey, Cubbies. Phil Brickma here. I lost power. I don't know what happened. But I was watching the game. It was all going good. Arrieta slapped that home run, a 3-runner. Chris came back and slapped one in the line to tie it up. And then I heard the goats. I heard the goats outside. And I went out to check the goats. Damn.
That's amazing.
So
I can't believe he
still does it.
doing that character 25 years later.
I hate Illinois Nazis.
What?
That's it. Illinois. It was a bad joke. It was.
Wait.
Thank you. No, it was a Blues Brothers reference.
All right, let's go to sort of the defining the big ticket item. I
Best
think
moment?
The best moment, because I think this is.
Oh,
tough.
you'll
This
cringe when I say my best moment, but I don't
Ooh.
care.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
Okay, my best moment has got to be in Angels of the Outfield when Matthew McConaughey does that big jump. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Loved
Yeah,
it.
That's a good. Hey, wow. So that's it. That's it.
It was just a good
jump.
moment because it was way out of. It wasn't too far fetched, but it was cool looking, and it instilled the wow factor.
Yeah. There's two moments that I really appreciated in Rookie of the Year. I love the moment when he throws it
From the
back.
stand?
That was a cool
Yep.
like Superman
good
reveal
shot.
moment. I
And
love
then you
those
get
kind
the
of-
John Candy with his
Whoop.
mouth halfway full of hot
Like-
dog.
Yeah, and John Candy was funny in it. And I love the Wizard of Oz reference.
Yeah.
Oh
That
yeah!
was so
Oh my God!
funny.
I forgot about that.
That was so funny.
Not the
because
horse of a different color.
you're like, yeah, and it comes out of the Cub sign. That was
was
funny.
That was
So
a
good.
great scene.
But that wasn't my best moment.
Okay.
Okay.
My best moment, and you probably won't like it because you think it's cheesy and stupid.
Hey,
and
your
I love,
paper's
I
transparent.
love cheesy and stupid
Cheesy and stupid.
because it's the build up. I love the build up to this moment. I don't like the scene before when they're looking at each other's faces and it's really weird face shot of Danny Glover and the little kid. And it was weird. But when Mel Clark, Tony Danza's character, he's got to throw one last pitch. You know what I mean? And they kind of. Like that character, how he didn't have a big part, but he had a big part towards the end because he was gonna pass away. At some point, we're checking in on Mel.
He's fine, but 6 months from now,
He's gonna be dead.
Yeah, but
Little kid.
but it was hard. But it was
Tell you
they
this.
set that up with a.
yeah. But they sold it.
It's gonna be agony for months.
But they sold it. What I loved,
Intensive care.
what I loved about it,
The cost to his family.
Come
I
on, Matt,
love
let
the
him
moment.
go.
I love the moment when it's that magic feather moment, of him build up, pretend and it was all Danny Glover's idea, and that's how his character turned, and because they were at each other, they didn't like each other at the beginning, clearly, and they're developing a bond too.
So which part specifically?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
He's
Because
getting-
It's a moment. It's a moment when he goes up and he tells Joseph Gordon-Levitt character to when I turn, you're going to look and do
the
the
plan.
way,
Yeah.
the plan.
Yeah. This is
This is like the pinnacle
is
moment.
clearly the best scene
The pinnacle
in my
moment of the
mind.
whole
Yeah.
movie,
Uh-huh.
and everybody starts doing the angel thing
amazing.
when the music
Goosebumps.
swells. Yeah, it's awesome,
Yeah.
and it's and Tony Danza sells it. Everybody sells it at that moment. Tony
They
Danza
sure
is a
did.
really good actor, and what's interesting, he's not in a lot of stuff. He's not. He was more TV, but if you used him for if he could have been a star, I think, if he wasn't in the TV
You mean
realm.
a bigger star?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, he was a star, just not a big one.
He's a good actor. He's a very good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that was my best moment. Was the iconic.
That whole scene, and then he catches it. It's
And it was filmed well. It wasn't
beautiful.
it wasn't the Gary Busey unrealistic where he sprints to home plate
Yeah.
and dives and stuff because his arm's dead.
Yeah.
This was it. He hit it and he the way they shot it looked legitimate.
And
it was after sort of the swell of him getting one more pitch and yeah.
And what's interesting, they both had a big guy at bat. Hit her, die cheesy.
Yeah.
Yeah, except one of them had the scar on the face. It was perfect.
Yeah, the other guy was.
The other guy was amazing.
He was
Remember me, kid?
He sticks his tongue within the span of the ball, coming down. He switches tongue direction 5 times.
Yeah, it's his eyes are.
What are you smiling at, kid?
Supersonic tongue speed.
Yeah. we shot that in 250 frames.
What's going on, kid?
Yeah, that scene was
I'm
great.
your worst nightmare.
There wasn't that
Ain't much better than here, kid.
there was never that touchy-feely moment in Rookie of the Year.
No,
What
no.
about the have to moment?
They kind of what the hell was I talking about?
What the hell was he talking about?
That was funny.
What was he talking about?
There was kind of a touchy feeling moment, but it wasn't executed because they didn't litter it. They didn't mention.
I knew Dad left you when you were
Yeah,
pregnant.
well, when he takes the glove off.
Oh, that
Yeah.
you mean? Okay.
Floated.
What, Mom? I can't hear you.
That was dumb.
Speak up.
Yeah.
What? Boy, those people outside can hear this.
He's actually looking at the wrong mom, and it just happened to like.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought she was you. She's blonde.
Float it.
All right.
She's like, yeah.
All right. What's best moment for you?
He said
I
that.
said the angel part.
Angel.
I'm trying to
You thought
think of
that-
even one that's competing, and I like.
It was a build up. It was
There really was the mom thing. At first I didn't totally understand why that was supposed to be like a big moment. Like I guess it was sort of you set up the whole movie that his dad was a great pitcher, but he's known the whole time that she's been lying to him, and so when he sees that she played baseball at one point in her life,
and this is her glove.
Like,
what they should have done is made mention to that glove and say it was her father's glove.
yeah, at any point in the movie,
and that would have made that moment better.
Yeah.
Like, and maybe they
Yeah.
did. They let that on the cutting room floor.
or also just like show her not like they tease the floater pitch twice,
Your mom's got a great arm.
which is fine. Like they
Ain't
teased
seen a floater like that in Scuffy McGee.
I do love Daniel Stern. Scruffy McGee.
but the floater pitch isn't indicative of you being a pitcher. It almost kind of looks like somebody who's never thrown something
Yeah.
before, like trying to throw. Like
It was it was lucky. It was this luck that the guy didn't hit it. Like it was just luck.
yeah.
Everybody's like, I'm gonna kill he was like some kind of bulldog character they made. Yeah, like that.
He looked like he was,
my boy.
he was
awesome.
kind of like
That was synergy right there.
like an animal that came to life. Like
We
a
are so
bulldog
funny.
an alleyway bulldog that got transformed into a person.
yeah,
Played
yeah.
baseball.
You know what he kind of looked like? He kind of looked like the dog from The Mask when he puts the mask on.
Oh yeah.
Like a little, like a little crazy face going on. You know, he did.
Shoot.
Let's go to the last one.
The last one, we're on
X Factor.
5. Oh boy. There's 6, right?
This is the last one.
This is it, boy.
And before we pick,
Okay. I've been on this show.
You are the show.
Daniel Stern is the X Factor for me. Although I will say, at least from Rookie of the Year, sort of the kind of more wink adult humor, I really appreciate it. As a kid, I probably wouldn't have cared that much, but as an adult, it's like,
Yeah.
and I think it gets summed up in the scene where the doctor. We were talking about this before. When he gets hit in the face for the first time when he reveals how fast his arm can move, the doctor gets hit in the face and in pain he goes, "Funky butt loving." Like that. I cracked up at that. That was in a kid's
That was
movie.
fun. Yeah, I
Say
laughed.
funky butt
I laughed
loving.
hard as a kid. I remember when I
That's
watched.
hysterical. Like, and not from like a kid, butts, or like as an adult. Like, oh wow, that guy
That
has
got past the
some
censors.
I mean, who doesn't love funky butts?
fetishes over here. Yeah.
Are you a butt man?
This podcast brought to you by Funky Butts.
Funky butt loving.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought that
Coming to a theater near you.
that kind of humor, the humor of like we're gonna go back to our meaningless life, like those
That
kinds of jokes really stood out.
There
for
was,
me.
yeah, I enjoyed the cartoon nature of Rookie of the Year. There was more cartoon nature.
Yeah.
in that. There was a few cartoon nature in Angels in the Outfield, but I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So that's your X Factor.
That is mine overall. Yeah.
All right, here's my X Factor.
Here we go.
Music. And I'm going to explain this. Rookie of the Year, the composer, is a really good composer that has composed a lot of great scores, especially for sports movies and movies that are like for underdogs. One to come to mind, his name is Bill Conti, and he did Rocky and Karate Kid. And those are excellent scores.
Those are tops.
That being said, the music of Rookie of the Year is not that great to me.
No, it's not.
There's a few parts that you can feel that are good, like the part when Gary Busey is running and you hear that music is really good, but it just doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. None of the music fit the way it was edited. And I think the editing was actually inferior compared to Angels in the Outfield.
That may be.
Angels in the Outfield's music is unbelievable. It actually probably makes that movie 10 times better. It tugs at your emotional.
Would you say it's the X Factor?
That's my X Factor. No, that's my X Factor. It is. And
Yeah.
so the X factor to me is Angels in the Outfield music. The theme is spectacular. It's composed by Randy Idleman, who has composed a lot in his career. So is Bill Conte.
Yeah.
One other score that I remember as a kid that I loved that he did was Dragonheart, which you haven't seen yet.
Ooh, Dragon.
The score to that is unbelievable.
It's really
a little
good.
similar, but it's unbelievable.
Okay.
He did score Ghostbusters 2. I don't remember the score very well to that, but Last of the Mohicans is a really good score.
Oh my God, it is.
He did, and he scored other things.
Are you an agent for this guy?
No,
I'm just trying to get him more work.
I just love music, and
He
I
might
love
be
I
dead.
love Bill Conti just as much.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but I think the music, and I think I like movie music more than a lot of people.
Yes, you do.
But I think it also makes and breaks movies. So now sometimes movies can be really good. It's just a combination of everything, of music and visuals and everything else and acting. And I think Angel and Outfield has that. I think music can be really good and the music still sucks, like the original Star Wars, or not the original Star Wars, but the prequels, because the music is unbelievable in that.
Music's great.
And sometimes a movie can save a bad movie. You know, or an okay movie to make it better.
Save
Yeah.
it?
No, like sometimes they make it a better movie than it really is.
It can
Like the original Star Wars.
Enhance.
The original
on a
Star Wars is
pig,
not
I
a bad
guess.
movie, but like without the music, it's not Star Wars.
Okay.
So I think the music, especially the swell, that da 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 da, at the end, like they really build it up, and it does tug at your heartstrings.
Okay.
So I think the music for
Music for you.
for Angels in the Outfield is.
It's really funny that you brought up Dragonheart having the same composer because I got hints of Dragonheart throughout the movie there. And I was like, why am I thinking about Dragonheart?
But Dragonheart came out after,
Yeah.
so that's you can hear little bits. He uses a little bit of the.
So the mysticism of Angels in the Outfield was his gateway into inspiration for
Yeah.
Dragonheart.
To the
I
stars,
think you'll
Bo.
like to the stars, Bowen, to the stars.
Aaron, what's yours?
I love you.
Sorry to be predictable, but my X Factor's Daniel Stern.
Yeah.
Hey, that's fine.
I love him
He was
so much.
so good. And his facial hair too, like
Oh.
everything about him.
Yeah, he was just too funny.
He
Getting
was
stuck between the hotel adjoining doors, that was...
a funny idea.
The
Oh boy.
scene with him like staring quietly into the face of the maid or whatever that came up.
Yeah.
Nice guy!
Long pause.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
And I only have one real memory of watching this movie as a kid, Rookie of the Year, I mean, and that's when Daniel Stern's caught in that cage during the last game of the movie, and I was laughing hysterically the whole time.
It was funny.
He gets stuck.
That was funny. That was funny.
So, it was too good. It was too good.
I think it's time.
Oh, I just played the music there.
7th inning stretch. Take me out to the ball game.
yeah.
Take me out to the ball game.
To our
The Irish ball game.
crazy bagpipes music.
That's a caber toss. Wait, is that
Oh, buy me
Scottish?
some peanuts and cracker jacks. And some Lucky Charms.
Best. Okay, who wins?
Who wins? All right, we go first, and then Aaron's going to break the tie because I think it's pretty obvious. Make your last kind of final not argument, but closing statement.
Angels in the Outfield for me wins, and it's by a landslide as a movie, pure movie. One, it's a more tighter story. It develops characters better. You care about the characters more. The music is fantastic. The resolution at the end is what it is. So you're complaining, it's the story's about a kid wishing for his family to be back.
I'm not making fun of that. I'm making fun of the fact that they started with that, and then they made it about what's his name about.
But it wasn't what we expected. It
Danny
wasn't.
Glover.
That was a springboard.
No,
was
but
kinda-
but it wasn't what we expected. It was like there's 3 people in this story that needed other people, needed a family, and it was JP, what's the
Henry.
kid- what-
Henry, right?
No,
No.
Henry's in Rookie of the Year.
Henry's in-
Ro-
What's the kid's name?
Roger?
Roger.
Joseph
Roger,
Gordon-Levitt, whatever.
Roger, and Danny Glover. And
Danny Glover didn't need a family. That's the point. That's what I'm getting at. Like, when did he
Well,
ever need a family? When is that?
it-
Why is that his? Why is that part of his
It
motivation?
looked to me like the more time he spent around the kids, the more soft he got.
but what was interesting was Roger thought if he's going to wish he's going to get his dad back, who was a deadbeat. But that wasn't the case. It was a whole. He said, "I want a family," and it was beautiful that they created another kind of family. I love the end, like JP too. Yeah, of course JP's coming.
How could I forget JP?
So I love that.
I told you it could happen.
So what this had that Home Alone has that Rookie of the Year doesn't have is heart, and it was missing that heart in Rookie of the Year.
That's
I think it had humor and heart, and I think this was what drove it.
It's the full package.
Now, let me tell you something that's going to make everybody laugh who knows me.
Okay.
The director of this movie is a guy by the name, I think is William Deere or Bill Deere.
Huh.
He has directed another movie that I love that that has heart.
No.
You're kidding.
I'm not.
No. You're shitting me.
No.
Cue the camera, please. He has directed Harry and the Hendersons. Another movie that's funny and has heart and you care about it, But Harry and the Hendersons, they say swear words and other things to it, but it wasn't under the umbrella of Disney. So I think you can see that in the direction. I think it's a better directed movie.
Oh my God.
And it has heart. Now,
I can't believe that.
so that's what's funny. I was surprised looking at the research. It's like, oh my God, no wonder I love this. No wonder I crying. I choked up watching it. I was getting emotional. Even Harry and the Henderson, I choked up crying. We got to do that. I'm going to save a Harry and the
End of the year.
That's the end of the year, Harry and the Henderson. Here's another connection that I have, and I'm done. I'm done.
All right.
And then you guys say your piece. Here's the connection, another connection between the two movies. Not just Home Alone connection.
Okay.
But between the main characters. Danny Glover.
Oh, I already know this one.
Gary Busey.
Yeah. Predator 2.
Predator 2.
Yeah. That was a good movie.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just that.
And one of them gets
good.
killed
Go
and the other
watch
one
it.
wins. Danny Glover. Angels of the Outfield's a better movie. There you go.
Glover's too old for this shit.
I'm too old for this shit.
I'm too old for this. I'm gonna adopt
So,
these kids.
so he goes to Cincinnati and becomes a pitcher and comes back to Los Angeles and becomes an Angel. Yeah. And then Gary Busey gets reanimated again, becomes a pitcher for the Cubs, and has his own life too.
Yep.
Plausible.
Yeah.
So here's
Interesting if true.
Tales from the Crypt. Whatever. No.
Miss me by that much.
So I agree with you. The heart of Angels of the Outfield makes the movie so great and gives it a leg up on Rookie of the Year. It has a stronger kid's backstory for sure. And it has an amazing scene even, which we haven't even talked about, the one where he has the press conference.
Yeah.
Where
Oh, yeah.
he has that little, Danny Glover has that monologue about like explaining the impossible and tying in, some of the great things some of the great things in sport, why we love sports in general, but also just having faith in
You got to believe it for
And
no
it wasn't
good
preachy.
reason.
It wasn't saying
No, and it wasn't at all. You're right.
And
That was very well written and,
and
delivered.
Maggie's
And then Maggie's
speech
scene.
too was great. Like, we don't ever question someone who crosses their heart when they score a touchdown.
Yep, and pointing out, that was
You're
great.
overselling the accent.
She's from Irish. She's from Ireland, but she kind of
She's from Irish?
She's from Irish.
She's from Irishland.
Irishland.
So they started
kind of his
they
Lucky
started the
Charms.
movie, then towards the end they had that press conference, and then they close it with an incredibly emotional moment with both of our favorite moment in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I would say just about everything in between did not tie those 3 points together very well. I didn't feel like it felt earned all the way through. It kind of felt less consistent, and I guess like some of the other moments didn't support that tone all the way through. And so other than I guess the scene where he goes to the courthouse, that was a great that was a good scene. That was tear-jerking, but everything with the baseball in between and everything with the players and even the Angels I wasn't too big on. Versus Rookie of the Year, which I felt like start to finish knew exactly what it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't
it's
trying
going to be funny, and I thought really funny personally. It had the kid side of it. It also had like enough there that you cared about the kid's backstory a little bit. That he has this relationship with his mom. He's dealing with a potential stepdad and how he's handling being apart from his friends and growing up and stuff like that. So I felt like there was enough there that while it was like still like 25% the heart of Angels in the Outfield, like the rest of it, it felt like a cohesive movie from start to finish. That was just kind of fun the whole way through. So that's why I give it to Rookie of the Year. Aaron, the tiebreaker, right at the hour mark.
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily...
Wait for the good pitches.
I don't necessarily agree with you, Matt, that the movie Angels in the Outfield wasn't cohesive enough. I would say that it was cohesive enough. Nice job repeating yourself.
That being said,
but
I hear it.
Here's the but.
Here's the but.
It's a big but.
That funky butt loving.
Sorry, I digress. It's for me, I don't often care if a movie is well constructed if it doesn't entertain me. Like, there are some movies I love that are terrible, and I love them just because they're entertaining. And a movie doesn't have to be good to be entertaining in my book, and that is why I pick Rookie of the Year. It entertained me more. And it's a very simple point to take, I understand. But Daniel Stern, guys, come on.
Yeah. Well, listeners and watchers,
we actually had an argument this time.
We did. I want you guys to participate and comment and tell us your thoughts on what movie.
I'd really be interested in. The
like, what's your what do you think is a better movie between the two?
I will. Also,
they're two different kinds of movies. We realize that.
I will also say a big factor for me for Rookie of the Year, which I should have, which we started with, that I would say is like the idea behind it. Rookie of the Year's idea, and I think we all agreed was better. And I think for me, that really played into it. Like I didn't. You're
the practical pig out of all of us.
I mean, I'm like it's not like I'm.
you build your house of bricks.
Yes,
nice.
Robbie says Rookie of the Year, and Nick says Busey of the Year. So.
Yeah, that's something we haven't been doing. Tweet at us at Matt of Spark.
At Matt of Spark.
What movie do you think is better?
Yeah, we should do a poll. We should be doing polls.
With you guys.
Why aren't we doing polls? But when we do showdowns, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the idea really played into it for me.
Yeah.
So
I think the emotional draw is why I rate it better. And I think emotional draws rate it for me from movies.
Yes, you do.
Like if I get
is that
emotional
a bad thing? No.
You're in.
I'm in. I'm in.
You get moved to tears.
Yeah. I got moved to tears.
No, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm just saying you get to that place. You're sentimental.
And I have to say a lot of nostalgia played with this one too, a little bit. But I do to say the reason I liked it in the first place was, it was an emotional draw to me. I like it. That's why my favorite movie is To Kill a Mockingbird.
So good. So good.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna end here because somebody brought up they would vote for The Sandlot.
Oh,
Brandon,
get off our stream.
I would say there's a get off the stream. I would say there's a reason Sandlot isn't in this.
No,
fight.
that's a separate thing.
It's because it would just bulldoze these two.
Well, in
my opinion,
and we talked about
it's coming soon.
It's going to come soon. We want to do a movie of that by do a review of that by itself.
We do.
Yeah,
I think so.
Is that really what we're doing? I thought we were not doing that.
We're not doing.
Anything
we talked about it.
It could happen.
It could happen. It could happen.
But no.
Yeah.
All
right. Let's wrap up.
All right.
2 versus 1 for Rookie of the Year.
Sorry, Ben. It was very close.
We haven't decided what we're doing next week.
I'm just better.
Maybe
than you guys.
Sandlot in some capacity, but tune in next week for our movie. But if not, we still got Game of Thrones on Sunday.
GOT.
So.
Woohoo!
Episode 5.
Cool.
It's gonna be good.
So yeah, tune in. Thanks for listening and watching, everyone.